whatever. I mean, there's always that "am I good enough" type of thoughts in your head, limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome. The first time I really experienced it was when I stepped onto the college baseball field at Pepperdine. I was always used to being the absolute best, and I was surrounded by everybody who was as good as me, and most were better. And I asked myself, "Do I even belong here anymore?" And that's a human way to feel about things. And you see that a lot of times, especially with women who don't want to apply for a job because maybe they don't see that they have all seven things on the list of what's required for the job. And, oh, I'm not good enough. Well, for those of you out there who think that, if it's something that you really want, go for it. Try it. Go for that position. And if you get hired, whether it's a new sales position or a management position, or I don't know, as a first time engineer, whatever it is, first and foremost, I got a 4-step process that I kind of framework that I follow, that I go through. Step number one is label your fear. Let's say you take on this new role and you're worried it's not going to work out. So what's the worst case scenario? I call it purposeful awfulizing. Federico, think about a year in advance. The worst case scenario is I lose my job. Okay. Can I survive that? Yeah, I can go out, I can get a new job. Is that possible that's going to happen? Possible, but maybe the percentage is very low. So you label your fear. So I could overcome that. Once you know that you could overcome that, then you need to take the leap. Just go in and go all in and do it, right? Go for it. Stop worrying about whether or not you're going to fail or not. And when you do that, when you start working hard, I'm not saying 24/7, but put in the effort, right? Really commit, get out of your comfort zone and do the work, get in the reps. Step number 3 is deliberate practice. For me, when I first got into keynote speaking, I had really struggled with my closing. And so what I would do is I would practice that over and over and over again, and not just in front of a mirror, in front of a group of people who'd give me feedback. And when you get in that deliberate practice and you get better at something, then move on to the next thing, because it's easy to procrastinate and just practice a bunch of different stuff. Work on the hard things that you need to get better at. And step number 4, and I like to say, whether you're stepping into a batter's box in baseball or up on a stage, it's time to learn and let go. So stop worrying about your technique. Stop worrying about what's going on, because you know that you've prepared, right? And you're ready for what happens. And maybe you knock it out of the park, maybe you crush it on stage, or maybe you fall flat on your face. But it's like we talked about, it's a learning opportunity. And sometimes we just got to self validate. And what I mean by that is give yourself a pat on the back and just say, hey, you know what? I tried something. Because a lot of people pass up opportunities because they're too afraid. And so I think it's so important, if you want to overcome imposter syndrome, label your fear, take the leap in, deliberate practice, and then learn and let go. And if you try that, at the end of the day, it's going to be a win-win no matter what happens.